Hi! Today I'm going to do a demo of the Unique Brow Obsession Palette. So you can see I've already got one brow done, and I'm going to be using the Lash Comb brow brush and the Brow Artist brush. So first I'm just going to brush out my brow to just get everything in line how I want it to. On this palette you've got two colors, and this is the palette in brunette, so the medium color. So we've got two colors, two highlights, and a setting wax. And so I'll show you how to use all three of those. Or all four of those. Five. There's five of them. So on this brush, you've got two ends. You've got a flat end, and then you have a real small angled end. So I'm going to start with this angled end and apply my color. I'm going to come to this darker brown color. And first I'm going to take the darker brown along the bottom outline of the bottom line of my brow. This just adds a little bit of dimension to have that dark line across the bottom, as well as contrast for when we add a little bit of highlight underneath the brow when we're done. And so I'm just doing real short strokes, filling in and defining that bottom line of my brow. So next I'm dabbing a little bit of both into the dark and the light, and I'm going to come up in kind of into the middle because I want to transition into the lighter brown for the top of my brow. So now I'm going to come to this lighter brown, and we're going to do the top line. And again, just those short strokes that you're seeing. So I've got this lighter brown, doing short strokes, defining the top of my brow. And I'm using the lighter brown because that's going to create, it works better. I mean, your hair kind of tapers off a little bit, and so it looks a little bit better when and then using this lighter brown right on the inside of your brows. So recap, we did dark on kind of the bottom half, and then the lighter brown on the top, and then I'm just going to go back. I have a little bit of a gap there that I'm going to fill in, and I think that I need to use the darker brown. Everybody's brows are a little bit different, and so you want to play with it just a little bit to see what's going to work best. Okay, so next I'm going to take this flat side of the Brow Artist brush into the setting wax and just get a little bit of it, and then just brush it gently over my brows to keep the hair in place. Get just a little bit more for the end. Okay, and I've got, see, you have just got a little bit of a spot right there, so I'm just going to get a little bit more pigment and touch it in to fill that spot. Okay, so the last thing is our highlight. So I'm going to actually just brush off the flat end of this brush, the same thing that we just used to apply the wax. The wax is very lightly pigmented, and so your brush is still pretty clean. So you've got two different pigments, this pink one, and my little girl got a little brown in there. But the pink one is a matte. And even though it's pinky, it's kind of, you might think that that's kind of weird, but you can use it as a matte to clean up, and so that's what I have right here on my brush, to clean up around your brows, to kind of define those lines a little bit. And you can tell it does not look pink. It doesn't look pink under, just because, our skin is not white. Okay, so next I've got the cream, and this is a little bit more of a shimmery, and I'm going to come back on top just because I like a little bit of a shimmer, so I actually just layered those highlights with the matte and then with the shimmer. Use the matte to kind of clean up that line, and then the shimmer to highlight a little bit more. And I'm also going to take this right here in the corner on the tail end of my brow to add just a little bit of a highlight and also to clean that up. Oops. And and if you get a little bit of a stray highlight, you can just touch it in. So there you have it. Super quick and easy. And that is the Moodstruck Brow Obsession Palette. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.